Hello everybody and welcome back to Elm Creek. You join me at the end of the day in August, pretty much where we left off from the last episode. Just got a few things that I want to try and sort out before we go over into the next month. So if we have a look on here then, you can see we've got corn, 2 cornfields and some sugar beets. The rest of them have all been cultivated. Now, I need to learn up on my precision farming because apparently there's a few things I've been doing wrong which are not helping the environmental score. Now this one's 40. Now the only reason that is because apparently ploughing them and deep cultivating doesn't actually help. Now I didn't know about this, and now it's all in the help guide here. You can sort of read through about it, and it says about how to, apparently with the nitrogen, the pH levels, if you get the crop sensors, will actually help. So I got rid of all. I'm thinking, oh, I don't really need them. It's auto, sort of putting nitrogen down. It's auto like distributing it, whatever you want to call it. It's auto spreading it. It's picking the right for whatever seeds in. I thought that was good enough, but no, all the sensors apparently. And it's also got about the tillage at the bottom and about how ploughing it and going deep isn't actually good. They prefer it if you were to just direct drill. So don't do any cultivating basically. If you can just direct drill, even better. Well, I could have done that. It would have saved me some time, but I didn't realize. So I need to brush up on that. So before we do go on and we move on, and I think it is next month actually. Next month, oh no, a couple of months yet before we get the corn and sugar beet. I was looking into maple syrup. Yep, if you are aware of Farm Sim and you know about this, then you might have heard of the maple syrup production. And I've tried a few different places off camera and without trying to save the game. So this was one of them. I'm just not sure what to do with it because it needs to be flat. Because basically the maple syrup, if I show you, we go into here and we go into construction. It's under productions and under greenhouses, and you'll find it just across here. It's this. Yes. Wow. So it's basically a few trees. And they've got little buckets on. And it will catch the maple. And this is what the production is. And all you got to do is put water in it. It's a bit like a greenhouse, hence why it's in the greenhouse categories. All you got to do is put water in it and let it run its course. So I was having a look about putting it here, and I did try off camera. And if you just zoom in a little bit and have a look around here, you'll see. We go over this way a little bit, and you see how the trees are floating. This is the problem, you see. You can't just drop it in. Well, I mean, you can, but the trees will float. The only thing what looks, and I have just sort of tested this before doing this recording, is to put it here. Because there's this kind of like little, whatever you want to call it, there in the middle. Whatever that's meant to be. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, we can sort of level this out a little bit. And it will fit here quite nicely. And obviously a bit of trees, add some trees sort of in the background here. We don't have to disturb the land too much, because it's sort of pretty level here. We can sort of just flatten it out just a little bit, just drop this down a little bit of a level. Then we can put a nice little road in, round and across here, this little track over here. It looks pretty good, and it seems the best way of doing it, most feasible way of doing it really, without wrecking too much of the land. Because putting it over there, you really do have, when I tested it, it was quite a cliff. And yeah, I don't really want to do that. The only downside is to having it here means we've got to buy this field. And I'm not picking here just so we can buy this field. I know it would look nice and it would complete our little like blue section here. It's this one here. Now, it has got sunflowers in. Let's just go across and have a quick look. So it's got sunflowers in. So again, that's another production. Well, sunflowers can go into our oil mill and we get sunflower oil. So then we have maxed out all the oils there. We've got olive oil, canola, and now sunflower. Well, if we decide to get this, we could just move a couple of trees out here, move this tree and this tree out of the way, and then put a nice little road in here. So we'll be able to come through and then just come down here, and it will literally just be the production will sit here. And you can see it's pretty flat. Just needs to sort of level out from here. And then we'll see if we can try and bury this in the middle. I don't know what it is. Not really sure. But I think that's going to be the best way. So it does mean I'm going to have to take more money from the bank to be able to do this. But I think it will pay off in the long run. And it's like a lot of things. I do think we're going to make a lot of money in the long run. So if we go and have a look on here for maple syrup, see if we can find it. It's going to be somewhere. Honey, raisins, oil, manure. Where is it? There we go, maple syrup. So you get a maple syrup selling point. So that's picking up the selling point, what we put in by the silo. So we can also sell it there as well. That's obviously got it built in. It's 3,500. So we can go right up to sort of 4,300 per pallet or per 1,000 litres, which is what I've set the pallets to. So yeah, 4,300 per pallet. That doesn't sound bad to me at all. So this is why I'm really tempted. Because it's another production and we just have to put water in it. That's it. Water's free. And it was about 16,000 for the actual maple syrup production. It just makes sense. 140,000 we need. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So we need we're going to pass into the 4 million wheel of the bank. What am I doing? We're over halfway to the goal of 40 episodes. And I'm going to be 4 million in debt. But whether I might be wrong, might be right, might be wrong, I don't know. But I've got a feeling this is all going to come good once these productions start spewing out whatever they've got and we start selling them. And that's the thing we've got to do as well. I've got to pay attention to when the best sell times are for all this kind of stuff. So let's just go ahead then. We need 140. So I think if we round it off to the 4 mil, it's going to give us a little bit extra. Yeah, 4 mil, that's 338,000. That's going to give us more than enough. But we've got to do some renting as well, because soon we've got the sugar beets going to be coming up. So sugar beet, we need to rent that again. I did see one actually come up. I don't think it's still going to be here. Where's the... No, it's not this one, is it? Is it in this one? Used vehicles. I saw the sugar beet came up in here, and it was quite old. It was like 150,000. They're normally like 500,000. I was like, ooh. It was tempting, but then... Do I really need to buy one? Because once I've done the harvest, that's it. We don't need it. So I think leasing it is the best option. Right, let's do this then. So let's buy. Yes. We own another field. Oh, look at this. And these are not far off, ready to harvest as well. So we can do them at the same time. When is sunflowers? Sunflowers is the same time as the corn and the sugar beet. Yeah, I was reading the wrong one. It's like potatoes is ready now. It's sugar beet. Yeah. So we can do all. Obviously, we don't know any environmental score on that one. We can actually go through. Can we actually soil sample this? I don't know if it will let us. Oh, it will let me purchase the soil information. 875. Yep. Ooh, look at that. Not bad actually. It's got none of this silty clay. Apparently, the silty clay is not the best, but that doesn't actually look too bad. All right, so that's pretty good. Right, okay, well, let's just go into here. And if we go on to the... on this little thing here, we can go and delete object. Turn that on and walk up to this. Press delete, and it will disappear. So we're just going to get rid of these couple of ones just here. Just makes it a bit easier for the tracking here. I mean, we can go to town and get rid of all these, but I don't think we really need to. Do we need to get rid of that one? You know what? We can do. I don't really want to get rid of too many trees. Get rid of that one. And we'll leave the big trees in there. Yeah, that's good. Now, I thought I would share this one with you because I normally do a lot of this off camera. It's only so I can concentrate. Because I'm a bloke and multitasking, trying to talk and trying to do all this. So I apologize if sometimes I might go a bit quiet, but trying to concentrate, make sure that we do this right and don't mess it up. I like that fence work. It's quite nice, that is. I'm impressed with that. That's pretty good, that was. Right, let's see if we can do this well or hash it. It's one of the two. We need to go into construction. We need to go in to do a bit of landscaping first. We need to spin around. There's us down there. If only I was that slim and looked that cool. Anyway, let's go on to level. It's on as best as we can, or strong as we can. We need to start from about here and try and level it out. And we need to go over this way. We just want to try and get this bit of area here, and you'll see this will start to flatten down a bit over here. You can see it dropping down a little bit because it's going to... This is how, if you're not sure how you do the leveling, this is how you do it. Just keep your finger, make sure you keep your finger on it. You pick a point where you want the rest of it to be level. So I started over here, still got my finger on it. This is where I want everything to be at that level. So that's how you do it. You just hold your finger on it and just keep moving over the areas that you want at that level. And as you can see here, it's starting to drop this down now to bring it down to the level where I started. So if you're never sure how you actually did this, and you were trying to sort of kept pressing the button on it to try and level it, no. Hold your finger on it and just keep moving about the areas that you want to be. See, you can see this is starting to rise up a little bit here now. It's obviously a little bit lower. You can see that around the edges just starting to rise up a bit. And if you go over here, make sure this thing in the middle, whatever it is going to be smoothed out. We'll just go over here a little bit, cover this, and we don't want to go too far back there because it will start trying to lift a little stream up. Now we can do that. We could literally join them two yards together, but I'm not going to. So we're just you see, look, starting to lift the edge there. So we've got to be a little bit careful. Want to make sure that we do get enough area leveled. And you can creep over a little bit. You see the edges just starting to creep up a bit now. Make sure that we have got enough area leveled. That's looking pretty good there. Right, you can take your finger off now. If ever you need to start it again, make sure you come back to the point you started from. Because if you sort of go, oh, you know what, I'm going to go from here, and you start working out, you can see how it's lower here than here. It's going to start then trying to take it, capture that profile there, and start then adjusting all this, and you'll be forever chasing your tail. So what we need to do now then is, I'm wondering if that little tree shouldn't be too bad. We maybe go and have a quick look actually in first person view. Looking around, actually, you can just see here that obviously it's a little bit of a step here, but there's nothing too bad. We can sort that out. We go over to this again, and we're just going to see. We'll make sure the tree's in like focus, and then press delete, and we'll just get rid of that little one there. The rest of them all here are looking pretty good, actually. Ooh, what happened here? Maybe I did that when I was trying to do this over here. Yeah, I might have done, actually. So we've got a bit of a bump here, but, you know, not an issue. So if we go back into construction and onto the landscape, and we go for the soften tool now, again, we'll actually might dim it down a little bit. We don't want to go too big. We'll dim it down and just see if we can just sort of soften the edge just here. So all we've got to do is just run across it like that in a nice neat line. Just soften the edges down a little bit. Don't want to spend too long on there. There we go, look at that. You see, that's looking better. A nice smooth little ramp up. Yeah, I'm liking that, actually. Now, I need to remember to actually start saving this, because I've had to turn the autosave off. Because when playing about, I didn't want it to autosave what I was doing. So, what do we need to do now? We need to go back into construction and landscaping. We can actually leave the ground. I was thinking about concreting it. We can actually leave it, because it is trees. So maybe a lot better to be on grass. So we could, I mean, this technically it has sort of grassed it, so we'll put the meadow down, which is more this kind of, the longer kind of grass stuff, this stuff here. We'll put that down after, but we need to actually go and put this in now. So if we go into productions, into greenhouse, this thing is massive. So we just need to sort of find a nice place for it. I'm just trying to work out what's going to be the best way. I wonder if we could try and hide this here. So we can just see that, you can see the little flag thing there. If we can just go over and sort of try and hide this thing in the middle a little bit, make sure that the trees are all not hanging off into that little stream, otherwise they're going to start floating. It's going to look really weird. That looks pretty good to me there. So we'll drop it in. There we go. Now, just got a little bit of this poking through here, but again, not an issue. Go up into landscaping again, and if we go into painting, we'll go on to grass, and we'll just do this and see if we can try and cover this all up a little bit around here. Just cover up the little concrete area a little bit. Put some of this grass in, because it seems to put its own grass in as well. Not an issue. So we'll go around and just give it a little tidy up. Tidy some of this up around here as well. And then just this little bit around the back here. Okay. Yep, I think we got everything there. Any little bits I've missed, can you see? Don't know why I'm asking you. You're not going to be able to answer me. Well, not at this minute in time anyway. So I think what we need to do now is just maybe go and put a little bit of dirt around here, because this sort of area is going to be the... or do we put the grass? Actually, it might be best to put the meadow grass down first. So we go onto this one here, and we can then make this huge, and we can go and sort of put in the meadow grass all over the place, under my own feet, around the key, just basically cover it all up again, so it looks like we weren't here. Have to watch some of the areas around here, because it'll be a bit keep stopping and starting, because you're kind of going through the trees. And also just be a little bit careful as well when you do go around places. It might glitch when you catch buildings and stuff like that, and suddenly you go and, if you're painting, suddenly the green dots over there in that field, I've suddenly gone and put a grass mark in my field, which is not what we want at all. Let's just get around here a little bit, around here, finish off this bit around the back, gets rid of some of the bigger like bushes at the back here as well. Very nice. Now we could technically, you know, you can level this out across here between the two, but I don't think we wouldn't do it, we need to, do we? But that's all looking pretty good there. I'm quite happy with that. So what we need to do now is we just need to go back onto painting. And I think, should we go for like a dirt track? I think rather than trying to go for like concrete or... yeah. So if we go sort of from here, because this is where the pallets are going to appear. So if we sort of just go around here, and we'll just sort of go around this little bit here where the water goes. We're going to be coming in with the wagon, so we need to maybe make it a little bit wider. Maybe go a bit wider, actually. Have a bit of an area here. Doesn't really matter how much of an area we have, if I'm honest, because we're not really doing much here with it. Like this area is not really going to be doing much, so we should be enough room there to get the wagon around. And we could sort of just come over this way a little bit. And what we need to do now is... That's a bit big. We've got to be careful of the sunflowers as well. I don't want to catch them. So let's just see about going down here. And you've got to be careful when you go through the trees that it doesn't suddenly freak out. And you end up taking out your sunflowers, because we own this field now, so that will happen. Maybe just sort of encroach onto there a little bit. And then just sort of run a bit more down here. A bit of a wider path again. Watch the sunnies. Cross there like that. Again, it's not going to be really neat and perfect. But I think this is looking pretty good, actually. Yeah. I like that. So this is going to be another way of making money for us. And it's only water. We just need to figure out what we're going to do. We're going to put a sell point in for this as well. Now, do we put the sell point like up here somewhere? Or do we... I mean, we could technically... Do we own this bit of land here? Oh, look at this. Yeah, I'm liking this. What we've got to really do is come in here. This is obviously where you go into the production. There you go. So it's just water. You can see the 50,000 that I've put for the water. Just so we're not back and forth all the time. Because I don't know how fast it's going to go through. It's 5 water to 10. Maple syrup as well. It holds 1,000. We can spawn the pallets and you can actually distribute it, but nowhere takes it. So it is literally just going to be making it to sell it. I think... Do we own this? Let's see if we can... let's go and have a quick look. Let's go all the way around. Oh, actually, first while I'm here, save game, because I will forget. And actually, we could put the autosave on in just a minute. Yeah, look, we do own that there. Right where we're stood, we do own that bit of land. So, because there's like a little gazebo tent here, the sell point is sort of like a little gazebo. So if we go into sell points, we just need to look. There's going to be quite a few on here. Which one is it? There you go. Oh no, that's a sale of fish. That's another production you can get, which just come out of fish production. Very expensive. So we won't be looking at that on this series. But yeah, this one here. So this is the little maple syrup selling station. And I think, now I've got to remember actually, I've got to get in with the wagon. So maybe if we put it across the path a bit here, got to be able to sort of get by that little yellow and black hatch in there. I can't do anything with that fence because that's not potentially my fence. We haven't put it in, so I can't delete it. So I'm thinking maybe here. We'll be able to then drive up with the wagon. Is that a good place? Or should we be putting it... Yeah, you see, this isn't level here very well. You know what? I don't see... I mean, it's only £1,000, so it's not a bank breaker if we decide to move it. But I think somewhere here could be good. Is that going to really disturb the ground there? That's the problem. Looks like them pallets are really floating, so that's the only issue we've got. Yeah, I don't know. Like back here looks a bit better, but we're not going to be able to get in. Let me have a think about this one. You know what? I think that looks pretty good actually. So just decided to go and sink it just here on this yard where the warehouses and the bees are. Just did a little tiny bit of leveling here just to make sure that it was all perfect and wasn't too bad. And you just drive up. So obviously the other side of these bees is where we've got the new, you can just see over the top there, the trees. That's the maple syrup. So we just drive down the path here. Around there's the new dirt track we put in around here. And yeah, here. And people look like they want to go visit, you see, because this initially was the footpath. As you can see here, we're walking straight through here. This was the original footpath that the game was designed with. But I've kind of destroyed it a little bit, and it now looks like they're walking straight past and want to buy some maple syrup. So these are the pallets. This is what they look like. So yeah, I think all in all, this is going to be pretty good. Now, we spent a lot of this episode just going over this, but this is what I normally do like off camera, and I get carried away with this. So I wanted to sort of show you what this was all about and what it was like, and I think that's going to be pretty good actually. So what we need to do now, we need to go and jump into the wagon. We need to pick up the tanker, get some water. Then we need to go fill up the maple syrup. Now the tanker holds 50,000 litres, hence why I put the maple syrup at 50,000 litres. So we go sort that out. Well, excuse me, sir. Coming through. So we'll go grab this. And then we can actually unfreeze time. And see what this is all about, really. Now, there's one more thing I was thinking of as well. I wanted to do on the greenhouse over there, the olives. Now, the olives and the grapes are slightly different. Oh, I can't get through there, can I? Slightly different pallets than normal. So I had a bit of a worry that will the wagon and the auto-loading curtain side of trailer, will it actually accept it? So we might need to do a little test just to see. That's the only thing I wasn't sure actually if it will accept them. If they don't accept them, because they are a lot taller. But where's the little lake as well? Is it down this one here? I think it was down this one. Yep, here's the little lake. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to dive in here, but we'll find somewhere. Oh, yeah, we're just here. Not really ideal. Oh dear. In we go. Can we start filling? Can we get out the bushes first? Can we start filling? Oh, we can't fill. We got this issue again where I had this issue before that we can't fill. Maybe this tanker doesn't fill up. Uh-oh. Let me work this one out. So I found a solution then. I'm guessing this tanker won't load up from a lake like that, which I didn't know if I'm honest. But we can go to this here and we can fill up with water a lot quicker actually, and yeah, free from here. So, and it's right here on the farm. So this is pretty good. 50,000 litres. Look at that. So if we just go around here, we should get the water trigger. There we go. So we'll go and put this in. And while that's filling, we should be able to jump out, go around here, open the production and have a little look in. You see the water's going up lovely, nice and quick there. Keep flicking between that and the strawberries. And we should be able to activate that. And then we have got it storing. So let's go and activate time again. We'll put it on 5. Tanker, I think, is empty now. There you go. Look at that. You can see the water's already starting to drop. And the maple syrup is going up. 12 litres, 13, 14. Not bad. So we'll let that run. We'll get the tanker out of the way. So this tanker really does feel the water. So I might need to go in there, slightly tweak that, and make it so it thinks it's got nothing in when it's got 50,000 litres in. Because that was a real struggle for it. But for now, we've put water in there. We can go and put this back to bed for now. And I think that's pretty much going to be it for this day. I'll turn that off. I'll leave that there for now. We need to go to sleep because that production is going to get really going there. I think we're at 4 million, which is mental. Everything else is looking pretty good on all these productions at the minute. The cereal is just waiting for some corn. And when is the corn ready? The corn is ready in October. We're going to put oats in some of the fields. So yeah, there's not really much we need to do at the minute. We need to get into the next month. Are we going to put any barley in anything? That's the thing. So we've got sunflowers and the 2 cornfields and sugar beet. All are going to be ready at the same time. I think I'm going to put barley in this field here. And then that should give us a nice amount, to stock up for the chickens. We've got a good amount in as it is. But it always would be nice just to have that little bit more. And then we're going to try and put some oats in because we need oats and sugar really to keep the donuts going. That's our biggest money. But let's go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow morning. So we are back then at 8 September. And I was just having a look at the maple syrup. And it turns out, I just thought maybe we could try and get a few pallets and sell them. But it turns out to be that September is the worst time possible to sell maple syrup, which is typical. It's going to be good in Feb, so it's looking pretty good actually. If you look on here, I was quite shocked actually. Nearly 13,000 litres. That's not bad. That's just overnight. Plenty of water still left, so we're not doing too bad on the water to sort of, the 5 waters, 10 maple syrup. That's pretty good. But yeah, just a bit gutting actually that it's, I was hoping to, I can still sell some, but it's going for a lot less. So I think we just wait. Feb's going to be the best time. We've got a lot more work to do. We've got a lot more storage in the maple syrup, so it's not going to run out of storage anytime soon. Donuts have run out again because the sugar, but we're not far away now from being able to actually do the sugar. So the sugar beet is in the next month. We just need to put some barley in that field over there. So I'm going to start that, and you'll see me start it. Then there'll be a bit of a jump cut to the end because this episode is already getting a bit long. And it's all been to do with the production. The maple syrup. I think that's going to be good. That's going to be a nice money maker, that. That's what we want though, isn't it? Easy money. Put water in, get maple syrup out. Pick it up on the trailer, sell it. Win-win. So this is what we're going to need then. What seed are we on? Does it say? We've got canola. We want to put in, what do we want to put in? Barley. We might need to go fill it up actually. Have we got any seed? I think we've got some seed in the silo. Because we have to put seed in the greenhouse. So let's go see if we can get some out of the silo. It saves us some money. Because all we're doing at the minute is spend. Now, I've got to open the cover. Oh, it doesn't want to give me anything. Is it because they've got to be a bit more... Is it a bit fussy? We've got to be under it a little bit better? Maybe. There we go. Close the cover. We've got seed. We're selected on barley. Let's head to the field. So we're all lined up, ready to go. And as you can see, yeah, I've got my work cut out for me. And yeah, this episode is already around about 32 minutes long. So yeah, to try and finish that, we're looking at about an hour and a half episode. I don't think anybody wants that, so we'll get started. It's on barley. Let's go, and I think we'll set it straight on a worker. At least it'll keep it nice and neat. Just gonna have to babysit a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be quite a task. So let's just go and double check on here that everything's looking good. Yep, it's all going in nicely. That's something I've got to remember as well. It needs rolling. I forgot that last time. So yeah, you can see barley going in. This should be plenty. This should last us quite a while for chicken feed. Got to watch the train as well. Workers and trains, not a good combination. So we're going to let this worker carry on then, and we're going to end this episode here. So thank you so much for watching then. Don't forget to hit like and leave your comments below if you want to comment on this episode in this series so far. We are over the halfway point. 40 episodes, 2.5 million profit. We're up to 4 million in debt. What could possibly go wrong? Are we going to get out of debt? Because whatever money we make by episode 40 on this, that bank balance goes with us over to the next map we do. Whatever map that might be, I've got a map in mind. And it's going to be a good one because we will be able to just customize everything on it. But the money we make and all the equipment will go over to the next one. And we'll have to start with fields and hopefully no loan on that one. But it just depends. We've got to make some money on this. In a minute, 4 million debt. If we don't clear this debt by episode 40, we're taking debt with us to the next one. And that will be a struggle then, because we'll be that much in debt and we'll have nothing and no money to start with. So let's hope the productions come through for us. Thank you so much for watching then. Don't forget to hit subscribe, turn the bell notifications, get notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you right here in the next episode.